Don't use one-size-fits-all advice for your retirement dollars. In this episode, I'm going to address why IRAs and 401ks are such a poor way to save for retirement for most people. I'm Doug Andrew, and I've been a financial strategist and retirement planning specialist now for nearly 5 decades, helping thousands of people prepare for a comfortable retirement so that they will not outlive their money. Unfortunately, a lot of people in America, I think, are duped into putting money into traditional IRAs or 401ks invested in the market, and they hit retirement and they have this rude awakening, okay? They're not in a lower tax bracket, especially if they've saved very much money. The only people that I've found that are in lower tax brackets when they retire are those that didn't save very much money. And they've been killing their deductions along the way. They pay off their house. They don't have that mortgage interest deduction anymore. The kids are gone. If they're not gone, if they move back in as adults, you can't deduct them anymore. You're not contributing money to IRAs or 401ks, and so you don't have those deductions anymore. If you're a business owner, you don't have those deductions anymore. And Congress, because of irresponsible government spending, the printing of money, consistently raises taxes to cover that deficit spending. And so I have found that it's amazing why so many people continue to contribute money to tax-deferred IRAs or 401ks when it has not been true or axiomatic that people are in lower tax brackets. 91% of Americans, in fact, continue to put money into tax-deferred IRAs or 401ks. Only 9% are smarter, and they go ahead and pay tax on the contributions they make into tax-deferred Roths, okay, and enjoy tax-free income during their golden years. Now, I've never owned an IRA or 401k, never will because of obvious reasons. And I've never owned a Roth IRA or 401k, and I never will because Roths only have 2 benefits. It's a step in the right direction, but Roths were introduced in 1997 when the government was hard up for tax revenue, and the government didn't want to wait until people retired to start taxing their money. And so they said, hey, a lot of people are getting smart. Let's dangle a carrot out there to get some Americans to do a rollover to a Roth, and we'll get a bunch of tax revenue, which they did. And so Senator Roth said, we'll name this after me. These smart people who are savers, they would rather just pay tax now in today's lower rates and enjoy tax-free income later. And that created a tax revenue windfall for the government. So the government did it for them, not for us. But it was a step in the right direction. But why have I never owned a Roth and never will? Roths only have 2 benefits. You fund it with after-tax dollars, but your money accumulates tax-free, and you can access it tax-free. I have been enjoying those 2 benefits and 4 additional benefits for over 108 years under the Internal Revenue Code. I'm not that old, but it's been grandfathered in the Internal Revenue Code for 108 years. But I've been enjoying this for over 4 decades by using maximum funded indexed universal life insurance contracts. Now, universal life was introduced in 1980, but permanent life insurance has been tax-free for over 108 years. But universal life allows you to be able to use insurance for living benefits more than just for death benefit. And then because interest rates started to come down in the 1990s, indexing came out in 1997, which allows you to benefit or participate when the market goes up, but not lose when the market goes down. That's called indexed universal life. I'm not talking about indexed mutual funds. So a properly structured indexed universal life insurance contract, if it's structured correctly and funded properly, is deemed a laser fund. Laser is an acronym that stands for Liquid Assets Safely Earning Returns. So it has those two benefits of a Roth. It accumulates tax-free, and you can access the money tax-free, but 4 additional benefits that Roths will never have. It allows you to be able to design it to be able to deposit $30,000 a year if you want, or $300,000 a year, anywhere in between, whatever, based upon how you want to structure it. You cannot contribute that much money into a Roth. In fact, if you make too much money, you can't even own a Roth. This is why savvy CPAs and tax attorneys refer to an IUL policy, a laser fund, as the rich person's Roth. And I always snicker because you don't have to be rich to have one. You can set up a laser fund for $500 a month. But see, rich people can't own a Roth. Now, if you design one to accommodate $300,000 a year because you're a business owner, you don't have to put in $300,000. You could just put in $30,000 or nothing. If you put in $30,000, you can make up the other $270,000 anytime down the road. In a Roth, you only have so much room. If you don't use that room in a given tax year, you lose it forever. Okay. The next benefit, if I do put in $300,000, let's say, and 30 days later, for some opportunity in business or investment or emergency, I need $200,000 of that back. I can access $200,000 out of my laser fund. There's no 10% penalty by the IRS. I can access the money. I don't have to wait till I'm 59 and a half or 5 years. With a Roth, you have to wait 5 years to access money or until you're age 59 and a half, or else they're going to penalize you 10%. Okay. I don't like those strings attached. With IUL, you get to use indexing. You can't participate when the market goes up and not lose when the market goes down if you have your money in a Roth in the market. So yeah, I get to benefit when the market goes up and not lose when the market goes down by using indexing. The last benefit of a laser fund is when I finally pass away, whatever is in the account blossoms and transfers tax-free to my spouse, my kids, my grandkids when I die. Right now, if I died, I'm 70. Every million I would have in my laser funds would blossom and transfer about 2 million. It would double and transfer tax-free. And that just comes along for the ride. People say, well, how much does that cost? Well, it doesn't cost me anything. It's not free, but it doesn't cost me anything. It's being paid for with a small portion of interest that would otherwise go out the window in unnecessary tax if I followed the herd and put my money into IRAs and 401ks. So I've used this cartoon before where here's this young person who starts out in their first job and they just follow the herd and they put money in the company's 401k, or they get duped into putting money into a tax deferred account. Oh, you'll be in a lower bracket when you're retired. 91% of Americans are duped into doing that, and they don't read the instructions on the label, okay? Caution, must wash with tax before use. Yeah, when you retire, you're gonna have to pay tax. Will shrink 33% or 40% or more. And Maker recommends being taken to the cleaners. Yeah, too many people are taken to the cleaners because if they do wash it, it shrinks. And this one-size-fits-all advice doesn't fit the lifestyle of the retiree. They outlive their money because their nest egg gets, it shrinks from the million that they thought they had is really only about 600,000 or 700,000 of their money. It doesn't fit their retirement lifestyle. It's not their money. And this is the rude awakening that they come to. So if you want to learn how to not get duped by putting money into IRAs or 401ks and seeing it shrink where it doesn't fit, learn about what you can do better. I want to gift you a copy of my most recent best-selling book called The Laser Fund. This is flying off of our warehouse shelves. Now, you can go to Amazon and pay $20 plus shipping and handling, but I'll gift you a free copy. You simply go to laserfund, laserfund.com, or click on the link below. And when you do this, you will be able to notice that it's actually 2 books in one. This white covered side is about 200 pages, 14 chapters, that has all the charts and graphs and explanations, how you can learn left brain. Okay, if you're more of a right brain learner, you flip over to this orange covered side from this one, and this will give you 62 actual client stories of how the laser fund can be an incredible dream solution for all kinds of financial goals, not just retirement. So you simply go to laserfund.com and you contribute a nominal amount towards the shipping and handling. I'll cover the rest of that cost, and I'll pay for the book and fire out a hard copy to you. When you're in there claiming your free copy, if you like to listen and learn or watch and learn, there's options there for a small charge for the audio or the video version. And also check out, we teach free educational webinars on a weekly basis at no charge. You can also schedule an appointment at no cost or obligation with an IUL specialist. But this is not about me. This is about you and your brighter future. I don't want you to outlive your money by having an account or IRAs or 401ks that do not fit because they shrink due to the negative impact of taxes, inflation, and market volatility. Make yourself immune from those.